How's everyone doing? It's been a while since I last posted a video here on my YouTube channel, but now we're back with full force. If you're wondering what happened and why I haven't posted anything for the past 3 months, the answer is pretty simple. I got caught up in my own problems, school, exams, sports, and just life. But for today's video, I have a very interesting topic that I want to discuss with you guys. I recently came back home in Bulgaria after some long 9 months in the United States, and after experiencing so much in terms of studying basketball, and it's just been a lot of things. I never thought that those 9 months could go by so quickly, but they did. I have learned so much about myself and other people that I can't even fit in one video, but I wanted to share the 7 most important lessons that I learned in those 9 months. Alright, let's not waste any more time and jump straight to the first lesson. No one owes you anything. Now, you'll probably say, Martin, what exactly do you mean by that? Well, let me put it in a simpler way. In life, everything depends on you and only you, and you can never expect other people to do something else for you. This is something that I definitely need more time for me to realize, and you will probably need time too. But really think about it. In every journey that you go into, no exceptions, whether it's a job, side hustle, business, basketball, sports in general, relationships, friendships, it does not matter. We as people always have those high expectations, and most of the times, exactly because of those high expectations, we're left disappointed. You expect that everything will just happen out of nowhere with little to no effort. But that's just not how life works. If you truly want to go somewhere as a human being in your life, you have to understand this one thing, that unless you're willing to do your best, nothing good awaits you. I will give you a clear personal example. 3 months ago, when I saw that my last video, that was my trip to New York, did not perform well, I thought to myself, is that really worth it? This specific mindset is absolutely disgraceful, and I can say that I'm ashamed of myself because I have so many goals in my life, and if I give up on something that I chose to do in my free time, what is to say that I will not give up on something far more important down the line? I want you to set your priorities very clearly and always ask yourself this question when you're doing something. Will this action hurt my path to the goal that I have? From then on, you know exactly what you have to do. For my number 2, I wanted to go in a different direction. Try and understand people more. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you should agree with everything that the person in front of you says, or be at the other end and disagree with everything they say. The goal is to be open-minded but still respecting your boundaries. I used to struggle a lot with being open to other people's ideas, and sometimes I still am, which is definitely not good. I was telling myself that what I believed in was 100% true. However, over time, I realized that I do have a good base in beliefs in most areas, but not perfect. So I started trying to improve my communication with people around me and actually taking the time of my day to understand what they are trying to say. Sometimes, of course, I kept disagreeing with them, but there were times where they actually changed my mind on a certain topic and I gained a new view. This led me to believe that I should not only respect my thoughts, but other people's thoughts as well, because that's how you connect with people. And once you truly understand how to do that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to connect with more people and create a network. Next one on the list is, if you do not believe in yourself, no one else will. You have probably heard that 1,000 times before, but people say it because it is true. Deep down, I always knew it was right, but I never fully acknowledged it until I went to the United States. I have come to realize that self-belief in your own abilities is the greatest power you can have in this world. And yes, you can make the argument that there are always going to be people around you, but they will not be. And you have to be able to live with yourself and be proud of who you are, because there will be a lot of hard times when there will be no one next to you and you have to make the right decisions under a lot of pressure. You'll probably have no one to call, to text, or to see. Those are the moments when your mental intelligence comes in, being able to fully operate under lots of stress. And that develops over the years with experience, but you should try implementing it little by little. I can't say that I have reached this point in my life that I can fully say that I'm happy with myself. Not at all. I'm probably not even close. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna try every single day to reach this state of my mind. And nor should you. You'll probably never reach this great version of yourself that you see but you can always try. There are always happy moments as well as sad, and that's fine, it's unavoidable. That's the reason why life is so interesting, because it can always hit you with the most unexpected thing in the most unexpected time. Just remember this: be so good at what you do that you never have to doubt yourself. For number 4, I put down, do not avoid your problems. That's an issue that I have noticed not only in myself but in other people as well. Many of us are just too afraid to stand up to the problem, and we try to avoid it as much as we can. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not saying that you should let your feelings and problems consume you. However, if you cannot face those problems now, they will always find their way back into your head. Try to stand up against it and find a solution to your obstacle. Life will always give you a reason not to be happy, but if you try and find a way to deal with it early on, you will feel so much more fulfilled. Next one on the list is everything happens for a specific reason. Now, this might seem a little controversial to some of you. You can make the argument that everything you do relies on you. However, I have come to realize from my own experience that that's not true. And I'm also not saying that your actions does not affect the outcome. However, sometimes things just happen and sometimes you're just not ready for them. I told this earlier. Life is full of surprises and sometimes you just can't control some of those surprises. I will give you an example from myself. My first couple of weeks in the United States, I thought that things were secure and easy, but I quickly got hit with the truth that things were not exactly as they looked. I had some problems with the coach. Also, I faced some ankle issues, and those things just happen, and it's part of life. And I believe that this is such an important lesson that once you acknowledge it, you will stop worrying that much about things. My advice is to always make the most out of your current situation. Take your lesson from the past, learn from it, and try and move on. Now, for number 6, I chose surround yourself with the right people. You've probably heard before that whoever you surround yourself with is the person you become. And on most occasions, that's exactly what happens. And that's the weird thing about it. Sometimes it just feels so natural that you don't even realize what you're doing. I want to give you a very interesting and personal example from my first or second month when I was in the States. I had my best friend. Well, he wasn't my best friend at that time, but we were starting to get close. His name is Sam. So one evening he called me and he said, tomorrow let's go shoot at 6 a.m. before school, knowing that after that we have practice and then weight room. But I said, okay. I knew I was going to be tired, but I was like, okay, Sam, let's do it. And then after that, the next day I was talking to my mom and I was like, I'm so tired because Sam told me to come and shoot with him in the morning. And my mom was like, yeah, but I think you would rather have those type of friends than anyone else. And that really hit me. That was the moment I understood that those are exactly the people who I want to surround myself with, that are gonna help me grow and be a better person. Now, for my final and most important lesson, learn to let go of things. Now, I really believe that this might be the most crucial thing that I have learned in those 9 months. Life is tough and many unfortunate things will happen to you. However, your exact response to those negative things is gonna be the reason why you become a better person. In a single year, I faced so many challenges that I never thought I could overcome, but I did. And I know you can too. Believe me, it's very hard to forget about something or someone that you truly cared about. But sometimes that's the only option you have, and that's the only option you should take. We as people live in the past so much that most of the times we forget to enjoy the present and to fully appreciate the moment that we have right now. You can still be thinking about your past issues, but more problems are going to come your way. Does not matter. Is it family, school, sports? It really doesn't matter. Those things will come for you. And you have to be ready to respond back. Because if you do not forget about the things in the past, you will not be able and you won't have the capacity to deal with the things in the present. And believe me, I understand that it's hard to let go sometimes, but it might be the only choice that you have.